I just want to understand, why are white fans spitting and throwing popcorn on black players?
Fans come out and cheer, come out and boo, yell all you want. We encourage that. This is just plain stupidity. Somebody pouring some popcorn, and any athlete, being Westbrook or whomever, they are pumped with their adrenaline. He's probably feeling bad. His team may be en route here to losing this game too. Just a...
In this fourth quarter, Knicks were up 1 when Derrick Rose went to the bench. They went plus.
And I think there was another story in Utah. Somebody's father was getting racial slurs. Now, this is interesting because I don't see nobody throwing popcorn on Luka Doncic. Okay? I don't see nobody spitting on Luka. Huh? I don't see nobody spitting on Gordon Hayward. I don't see nobody throwing popcorn on Gordon Hayward. But here we have Russell Westbrook and Trae Young getting popcorn thrown at them and getting spit on. And what's the punishment? They get banned. They get banned. A little slap on the wrist. Okay, that's what happens. A little ban, a little slap on the wrist. I've been saying we need to study the psychology of these white people. Something is wrong. Do you know, if they were throwing popcorn and spitting at Jeremy Lin, they would shut the NBA down. They would say, let's stop. We have to investigate this. What's really going on? They would shut it down. Flags would be lowered to half mast. The president of the United States would do a national address saying we have to stop this hate. Black players are getting popcorn thrown at them and getting spit on, but there's national campaigns about stop Asian hate. Let me say that again. Black NBA players are getting popcorn thrown at them and getting spit on, but there's a national campaign about stop Asian hate. Now that's interesting. But it ain't no racism in America. That's what she said, right?
We need to address, well, first of all, no, I don't think America is a racist country.
America is not a racist country.
Okay. We talking about Russell Westbrook, a good black man. You talking about a family-oriented black man, a strong black man. People are throwing popcorn on this man, and you know how white people eat. You know they got their hands all up in their mouth. They digging all up in the popcorn, and they gonna pour that on your head. It's a pandemic. They licking all on their hand, putting it in the popcorn, and then pouring it on the man's head. Come on, man. We talking about you spitting at Trae Young. We talking about this is a young black man. I think the brother's 22. He might be 22. You spitting at him because he done changed his family life? Young black men have changed their family lives overnight, and you mad? You want to throw popcorn at him? You want to spit at him? I thought 50 was gonna turn around and rock him real quick. And he spit. I think 50 Cent lady had to move out the way.
Went to the bench. They went +9. And
if they were spitting and throwing popcorn at Jeremy Lin, they would have sent the National Guard to the games and dare a fan to spit on them. We dare you to throw a popcorn. We dare a seed of your popcorn to fall out the bag. Yeah. We don't even want to see no popcorn around your seats. They would have came with that type of energy if it was Jeremy Lin. But if it's a black brother, carry on, business as usual. What? Just a little spit, nigga. It's just a little spit. Just a little popcorn, nigga. We'll put popcorn on this man's head. You been licking all on your damn fingers. You must be out your damn mind. We know how white people eat. You ever seen white people eat? You ever looked at how white people eat? Licking all on the hand. Man, listen. You got white people like, oh, it's just popcorn. Man, please. We go to the bathroom. We know about 80% of them don't wash their hands. 80% of them don't wash their hands. You go to the bathroom, white man walk right out the bathroom. You be like, wait, white man, you ain't gonna wash your hands? You just came from the stall. We ain't even talking about just doing a number one. You just did a number two. You just gonna walk right out. I ain't making this up. 30-something years, I think I know what I'm talking about. They'll walk clean up out of there. Huh? They'll walk smooth up out of there. Hell nah. That's white privilege. White privilege is white folk just walking clean up out the bathroom without washing their hands. That is that is the epitome. I see that. We see that every day. I mean, they just be skipping out the door without washing their hands. I be like, what the hell going on? You ain't gonna wash your hands? You ain't gonna rinse it off? You ain't gonna rinse it off or nothing? You ain't gonna put a little water on it, nothing? Like, doggone. Skip right on out the door. And they go, and they do that and reach their hand right in that damn popcorn, eat their damn popcorn, lick all on their damn hand, and get halfway done with it and pour it on your head. Ain't no telling what type of DNA was on that damn popcorn if it came from white folk. I'm willing to bet it was not just popcorn on there. It wasn't just salt and pepper. They're gonna find some other stuff on that popcorn. If they cleaned up that popcorn and checked it for evidence, it's gonna be some other DNA on that popcorn, because that's how white folks carry themselves. You see, I've been saying it for a long time. White people will use sports to take out their white rage. White people will use sports to take out their white rage. Now tell me I'm lying. White people will use sports to finally to be able to say, hey nigga, you ain't shit. You ain't nothing. They've been waiting to talk to a black person like that all week. They've been waiting to talk to a black person like that all week. Do not get it confused. All of those people are not just there for sports. This gives them an opportunity to be in person to yell at a nigga. That's how they see it. How do you get to just hooping, just you and a basketball and a goal and just, fresh air outside? How do you get from that to getting spit on? That's what happens in white America. It can happen like that over. Oh, now you getting money? Oh, now you think you something? That's what's really going on out here. We have to understand that just because you got a jersey on, that does not mean nothing. That jersey is not going to save you. Now, we all know about the book, $40 Million Slave. Huh? The NFL really brought it out. What the NFL did, they exposed the racism from the top, from the very top. You had the owners coming out saying things like, what do you say? Saying things like the inmates are taking over. Huh? So we got racist CEOs and then racist fans. We got racist CEOs and then we got racist fans. We're getting racism from the top and we're getting racism from the bottom, and we're caught in the middle. We're somewhere in the middle. Okay? When that white owner said that the inmates are taking over the prison, that let me know everything I needed. I mean, that made everything so clear. So we got the CEOs that see the players as inmates, and then you got the fans that see the players as somebody they can throw popcorn and spit on. What does that tell you? That tells you that white people see black athletes as the Mandingo games. The Mandingo games where they just put two black slaves in a pit and just let them fight to the death. They can spit on them, throw popcorn, because hell, they're still slaves. You can do what you want. That's how they see it. That's how they see it. They still, men that are changing their communities overnight, that's not what they see. They don't see men that are being heroes to young kids. They don't see none of that. They see this as the Mandingo games. I mean, I could not believe that owner said that. He said the inmates are taking over the prison because black NFL players decided to stand up for humanity. And he compared them to prisoners. Never forget that. I want you to never forget that. That really put $40 million slave in perspective. See, they'll treat you any type of way, even when they're giving you all this money, but they will dare you to speak about humanity. Niggas are players, niggas are players, are players. Niggas play football, basketball, and baseball, while the white man is cutting off their ball. The Last Poets, circa 1969, chapter 10, The $40 Million Slave, The Dilemma of Wealth Without Control. And see, that's where it comes, and that's what $40 Million Slave was about. They will give you all this money, but they will dare you to speak on your black power. They see them as gladiators. And you have to remember now, people forget that the gladiators were slaves. People just be like, oh, the gladiators. Did you forget in the movie Gladiator? They were slaves. They wasn't just gladiators. They were slaves. More than half of those gladiators were slaves. And you have to understand, see, sports is the Roman circus. It's the Roman circus. And the best way to distract the public from what's really going on is to give the people a circus. This is what sports is today. If you don't remember, when sports ended, when the black NBA players was like, yo, we not playing today, they was shutting it down, people was going crazy. People were begging. You had all these sports analysts coming out of nowhere. No, sports need to come back. Sports need to come back. Why? For what? So you can have something to talk about other than what we need to be talking about? Now, if I remember correctly, Russell Westbrook and Trae Young was two of the most outspoken players talking about Black lives, right? The NBA allows the fans to be closer to the game, and white fans see that as a greater opportunity to disrespect black men. The NBA allows white fans to be closer to the game, and they see that as a greater opportunity to disrespect black men. This has to stop. You see the same thing in Europe. They take their white rage out on those black. You seen those black soccer players, how they get treated in Europe?
Yes. 0 goals and 0 assists in 2019. You're what, fam? You're dead. Shit, bro. No assists, no goals, fam. 0 assists, 0 goals. Go. You've got Saturday on your done.
Have you seen that? I mean, you be in the middle of the game, you having a beer, you having a pretzel. Next thing you know, thousands of white people are screaming monkey. You be like, what the hell? How I was just at a soccer game, now I'm at a lynch mob. What the hell is going on? So we have to understand there is something wrong with the psychology of a lot of white people. And when I say a lot, I mean about 99.99999%. Okay? Don't get mad at me now. Jane Elliott said it best.
That all whites are racist. Can you expound on that, please?
Any white person who was born, raised, and schooled in the United States of America, if you aren't a racist, you're a miracle. Either that or you decided to educate yourself. Because education in this country is about white is right, brown's all right, black's got to stand back. It's a lie. But we do that in order to maintain the myth of white superiority.